My name's Pat Hay and I'm the chief makeup artist. That means you've obviously read the script, met all the actors and create all the characters the way they should look to make them look the characters that they're playing and the way Gurinder, our director, wants them to look. Basically, there's a hairdresser and myself and costume designer. And once we've read the script and we know what the characters, the lines of the characters and things are, we sit with the director. She discusses the costumes, colours, different kinds of personalities that the people have. And then we talk about how far we're going to go with them, how little, how subtle, how over the top, you know, the varying ranges of how much makeup to scrubbed faces. And, you know, because we have a little girl, there's 4 sisters in this. And we have one of the little girls who's the studying little girl, who's very simple and very nice. And, you know, so she's not as glamorous as the rest of them. And that's how we base our characters, really on the Gurinder's brief of what she would like. I'd never seen a Bollywood film. And because this is an American company, really, and a British company, with India as well, and an Indian company making a Bollywood film, but they didn't want it totally Bollywood, because that can be the makeup, and it's very, almost fantasy. And you're aware that there's an awful lot of makeup. And men as well wearing a lot of makeup. And in the West, you know, we don't use that much of men. You don't like to notice makeup. Really, if you notice makeup in men, you haven't done a good job. So it's a fine line of keeping it glamorous so that you have a touch of Bollywood which is a little more than you would do for a European or an American movie. But, you know, not as garish as some of it can be. So it's a little subtler. I've never done a Bollywood movie, and I'm probably never likely to do one again. And that really, really attracted me, because it's the biggest industry in the world, a Bollywood movie. And I never, ever thought I'd be asked to do it. So there was another picture I was asked to do at the same time, and I went no, because I'll never, ever probably get the chance to do anything like this again. And it's been a hell of an experience. It's incomparable. There's so much singing and dancing, and so many people. We've got 1,000 extras, and we've got all sorts of different little characters, fish sellers and fortune tellers and eunuchs, marvellous sort of street traders. There's 1,000 people plus all our cast, all singing and dancing at one point, and lots of them will have to get little details and things done to them, so I think that'll be pretty hectic and challenging. This country's so populated. You know, to queue up and go to the movies is a complete fantasy thing. I mean, we go and see art and real life and kitchen sink dramas. They want to see fantasy. There's a lot of poverty, a lot of things. They get it in the can, and I think people love it. There's more cinemas in India, apparently, than there is in the USA. Gurinder's unbelievable. She's a real hands-on director. She's not airy-fairy artifact. She just says what she means what she says. You get a bollocking if you don't get it done. Everybody loves her. And I think she's a very talented woman. God, she's sort of written it, directed it. Great energy and love for it. She's a one-off, I think. It's always difficult at the beginning of a picture, you know, people's likes and their dislikes and all the rest of it. And I think it was hard for a lot of the Indian cast coming to Britain and staying. We filmed in Britain for 8 weeks in London. You know, they missed their comforts of home and they had to get used to all of us. And we had to get used to them. And for makeup departments, there's different skin tones to realise, Indian cameraman and things. But I think now we're just one big happy family.